you found this loan spell overall?
I've loved it, to be honest. The group of lads is great, and they've made me feel so welcome, and definitely say it's the best group I've worked with. And learning off the manager, who's given me so many bits of advice and how to improve as a player, it's definitely a loan spell where I've learned a lot, and I think I've come away from it a much better player than I was when I came here.
What are the biggest areas of progress you feel like you've made then?
I think when you come into League Two, the defenders are a bit better, a bit stronger, a bit quicker, and learning to adapt to that and sort of adapt my game to play against that sort of player has probably been the biggest learning curve. And obviously to score goals at League Two, which I've got a couple, I think it's proven to myself that I can do it. And yeah, just want to kick on to the end of the season now and get a couple more.
And how is it playing with a manager who often is happy to pretty much throw on 5 strikers at given times?
Yeah, it's good, he wants to win football games, and the way to do that is by having attackers on the pitch who score goals and also be resolute in defence. But yeah, it's great working for him. He's very good at what he does, and to learn off him, there's not many better in the game to learn off him, so it's been great.
Is it kind of a sort of a nice chaos when there's so many of you up front there? Do you have to adapt and maybe not block off each other's runs and that sort of thing?
I think we've got, as you see, when we bring on the subs, games change. We've got so much quality going forward. I think we started to get it really well. We saw last week against Bradford, we scored 5 goals. So, obviously we're doing something right up there. I think we've started to build connections. You can see that, and I think we all have full faith in each other to help each other out when we need to.
And just in terms of the sort of team spirit, how does that kind of manifest itself? I suppose what shows or what makes it feel a close-knit group?
I think just everyone gets on with everyone. I think when we go out there, there's 100% trust in everyone. Everyone believes in each other, and yeah, it's just a real close-knit group. And as I said, it's the best I've worked with. Some real good characters, and I love being here.
And personally, for your career, do you feel this is the sort of loan you needed at this stage?
Yeah, I think everyone wants to play as many football games as they can, and maybe I haven't got as many starts as I've wanted, but whatever my role is on a Saturday or Tuesday, whenever a game is, I just want to impact the game as much as I can, and I think this loan has been great for me in terms of a lot of things. Learning League 2 level, and I think just kicking on now, and I think my performances have got better, and I just want to kick on now to the end of the season.
And at least you say, even if you've not been starting, you've been getting minutes and been able to have an impact.
Yeah, and I think when you're getting minutes, I've had a few starts and a lot of minutes off the bench, so that shows the trust that the manager's put in me, and I think I just want to repay that faith that he's put in me as much as I can.
We've had some sort of fairly lively atmospheres. Last Saturday, obviously, Grimsby is clearly going to be quite hostile given the manager going back and all that. So, how different perhaps is it to kind of play with that energy around compared to the kind of under-21s, under-23s?
Yeah, that's obviously one of the big differences. The fans here create an unbelievable atmosphere, which really spurs all the players on to win games. And I think you see our home form since the turn of the year. I think the fans have a massive part to play in that. The place gets going, and it's a great atmosphere to play under. Obviously, Grimsby will be a hostile one, but we've just got to go there and do what we've been doing the last couple of weeks, pick up wins, and we have full belief that we can go and do that tomorrow.
Is that sort of almost negative energy something you can kind of feed off it, and you can kind of use it to build yourself up and kind of take it as a good sort of challenge, a bit of a burst?
Yeah, definitely. I think we won't obviously have the home atmosphere, but the hostile atmosphere can also spur on a team weirdly. We've just got to go there, play our game, and try and go and attack the game as we would do at home. It's no different. And yeah, as I said, we've prepared well this week, and we've got full faith that we'll go there tomorrow and get 3 points.
I guess you sort of go back to Burnley in the summer. What are your kind of hopes then? How do you hopefully see your career kicking on?
To be honest, I haven't really thought much about it in terms of next season, because obviously while I'm here I just want to do as much as I can to do as well as I can while I'm here. But I'll go back to Burnley in pre-season and sort of figure things out then. But from now it's just about the last 4 games here, starting tomorrow, just doing as much as I can personally to help the team win games and do as well as I can.
And when you arrived, the first thing was to kind of get away from stage, if you like. So how pleased are you with what the group's achieved since you've come here?
Yeah, I think the results speak for themselves. We've obviously had a couple results that we've been disappointed with and a couple of disappointing performances, but I think on the whole, you know, our win record, our points per game, or whatever it is, has been very, very positive since I've come in anyway. And yeah, you know, I think that speaks for the group, speaks for the manager, speaks for the staff involved and everyone of how well we sort of done to turn it around. And yeah, we've got tomorrow to keep that run going.
I'll speak to you then.
Thank you.
What's it like playing alongside a big striker like Harry Smith, who clearly has all that experience you're trying to soak out?
Yeah, I said when I came here, learning off someone like Harry, who is a very good striker for League Two, is only going to be beneficial to me. And you know, even watching him and training, little things that he does that I've picked up on, you know, they're only going to be beneficial to me, and he's been great to me. You know, yeah, he's someone that I've definitely learned a lot off, and yeah, he's a great person to look up to.
You mentioned kind of scoring goals, and you've done it in not so many starts. So what do you think's made you so good at making an impact off the net?
I think wherever I am, I think as a striker, as long as you're putting yourself in the right positions, goals will come. And I think, you know, coming off the bench, you know, you're fresh against maybe worn-out defenders, and you know, if you keep on getting in the right positions, balls will drop to you, and it's just about then you finishing off the chances. So I think that's probably where it's come from, just being in the right positions between the posts and getting yourself in those positions.
Do you feel like this loan spell's made you very hungry to continue playing league football next season as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's a different buzz you get from playing a 21s game. You know, you're walking out in front of 8,000 here. It's a buzz that you can't really replicate in 21s football. So I think getting out in the leagues, playing against better players, is only going to be beneficial for me in the future.